All right. New day, welcome, peace, hotep, ashe, assalamu alaikum, namaste. I am Felicia Muhammad, your spiritual life and business transformation specialist. And I help you to know how to release the baggage that is keeping you stuck in love, health, and wealth. All right. And what do I mean when I talk about baggage? When I say baggage, I'm referring to the negative self talk, the limiting beliefs, the shit. And I mean that literally and physically. And that shit is an acronym as well. So I help you to know how to tap into the subconscious mind to be able to get to the core root of the problem so that you can begin to release it. And then you can co create new realities for yourself. And as a result, you are more focused, you have more positive energy to get things done, and you are closer and closer and closer to living and being your authentic self and living your life on purpose. How does that sound? Sounds good to me, and it's been a fun, painfully beautiful journey for me as well. And I have helped hundreds of other women be able to do the same, men and children as well, and families. I've worked with some families as well, and it's been have some phenomenal results. So today, as I said earlier, well, some of you may not have heard it, but I'm also a cast member of the HLIC movie. It's a documentary called Head Ladies in Charge, and it's about women in the community who empower other women to greatness. I'm also president of Oneness Wellness Foundation, where we teach you how to activate the body's ability to self heal. And you will find with me, with working with me and even just participating in any of the videos and teleconferences, the approach I tend to focus on is a holistic approach. So we understand that the body is a system and our life is a system. Okay. So spirit, mind, body, family, finances, and society. Okay. So when we are having a conversation or when we're in dialogue, I'm going to be addressing all of those areas. However, when there is one area that we are focusing on, you can be assured that that one area is affecting those other areas. So that's why we want to ensure that we help you to make the connection of the holistic approach of how it affects other areas in your life. Okay. So, um, oh, I got a hangnail. I'm sorry. And so today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about 5 ways to be true to yourself. Don't be fake this holiday season, okay? And for that, and in that vein, not even during any other time. So it's time for us to show up and be our best self. So what you're going to experience today is we're going to help empower you and give you the courage to be able to look at the truth of who you are first and foremost. Because before you can um, not be fake with anybody else, you have to be honest and real with yourself. Okay. And sometimes a lot of our experiences, it's easier for us to cover and not want to deal with the things that are happening, that are showing up in our life. All right. So as we begin to welcome Masadi, welcome. So as we begin to get into the discussion, I would like for those of you who are in the room, if you would like to join me in the open seat, please feel free to call in and we will get your input, okay? And just know that, let me say this as a disclaimer, what you experienced today, um, I am not a medical doctor, and you you will experience, you may have some great epiphanies, and if you have any health challenges, or mental challenges, I do recommend that you consult your physician. All right. So you will also be able to experience some shifts in your your body just based off of the things that we're going to be sharing, and we'll see how they resonate with you. So I want you to be aware and to be focused, okay? And show up and be open. All right. So as we begin to get started, I want to offer you an opportunity later before we end today for an opportunity for a complimentary session to do some work with me. And you can bring one piece of baggage that you would like to shift, that you would like to transform. All right. And we'll work on that in our complimentary 30-minute session. And um, and then you can decide from there should you want to continue to work together. All right. And you can be a part of our Rise Above Emotions Insights into You program. All right. So let's get right down to it. Let's get right down to it. All right. So 5 ways to be true to yourself. And this is all going to tie in with, excuse me, this is all going to tie in with the energy centers of the body, the chakras, because the chakras are little vortexes. They're energy centers that we have in our body, all right? And when the energy isn't flowing through the body, disease, sickness, all of that is easier to become for you to have those illnesses when the energy is not flowing fluidly through the body. Okay, so if you have some stuck energy in places, it will show up as a disease and or a ailment or a discomfort. And when you're able to recognize that you can get to the core root of it when a situation happens, just think about what's going on with you at that time, okay? Because all ailments, disease starts on the emotional body before it manifests on the physical body. Okay, so I just want you to be really present and aware of your body and how it speaks to you. That's another whole class. However, I just want you to be open to that, okay? Because that's a part of this whole holistic approach to being true to yourself, because you have to be able to recognize how your body communicates to you, okay? All right. So be true to yourself. Don't be fake this holiday season. Now, this holiday season, the holiday season period is a time where we get together with family, friends, we're off from work, and we can get a chance to kind of just let our hair down and de-stress. Well, you want to, starting today, moving forward, you want to be able to have that type of experience every day of your life. All right, every day of your life. How does that sound? You want to be able to have that type of experience every day of your life, to whereas no matter what type of work that you're doing, and let me say, if you're not doing your purpose work and it's not fun, then it's time for a shift. It's time for a change. All right. So the first thing that we're going to share with you about not being fake this holiday season is we are going to let you know the first thing that you need to do is take an internal assessment. Take an internal assessment. Ask yourself, why do you do what you do? And better yet, let's make it really, really personal. Okay. So we're going to start with the end in mind. I want you to think of a person that you know you're going to see this holiday season, because it happens every holiday and there's always some drama. There is always something with this person. Okay. Take a minute and think of who that is. Okay. Now that you have him or her or them pulled up, now I want you to, and this is the first thing, so get your blue pen and white paper and write it down, because when you write it down, it connects it into the mind, okay? All right, so I want you to write down this first way that you can be true to yourself. I want you, as you're looking at this person and you're thinking about who this person is and why there's always something, I want you to write down what irks you the most about this person. What is it that gets up under your skin about this person? Okay, you got that? That's the first thing you want to do. Okay, now when you're thinking about this person, I want you to ask yourself, this is the second thing I want you to write down. Ask yourself, now what, no, ask yourself, how does this, how does it make you feel when this person does this thing that they do that gets up under your skin? How does it make you feel? Okay, so you've written down the person who, the people, the group that just gets on your nerves during the holiday season, and you just like, oh, you can't stand it sometimes. And by the way, when you're doing that, you're stressing yourself out. You are causing all type of inharmonious chemical reactions that are taking place in the body. Okay, and you're setting that wonderful atmosphere up for dis-ease. Okay, so I want you to pay close attention. So you're writing down the person, the group, or the people that get on your nerves. You're writing down what it is they do that utterly irks you. And then you're going to write down, why does it irk you? Why does that get on your nerves? Why does it make you so mad? Why does it infuriate you? Okay. And now I want you to, I want you to look at, how do you display any of that same action? How do you display that same type of action? Because here's the thing, what we see in someone else sometimes reflects something in us that we need to work on. Okay? What we see in someone else that we can't stand or abhor sometimes is a reflection of what's inside of us that we need to work on. So just breathe into that, and you're saying, oh, hell no. But consider it. Just take some time and just really get really present. Just kind of go off to yourself after after you're not angry with me anymore, angry with yourself. Just ask the question, how do I display this type of action? And if I do, when? Ask these 6 questions: who, what, when, where, and how, and why. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Okay. All right. So the first way you can not be fake this holiday season is do an internal assessment. When you see somebody that gets on your nerves, ask yourself, do I do that? Do I do that? Have I done that before? Because sometimes it is a reflection of aspects of yourself that you need to work on. Okay? Now, the second way is to I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this without it coming across. Okay, so the second way is to not be fake this holiday season, is to take an assessment of why you are doing what you do. Why are you participating? Why are you being around these people? And why haven't you, this is really going to the third thing, so let me just hold that one. Why are you choosing to be around these people? Is this something you really want to do? Or are you just doing it because you've been raised that way and that's what you were taught? And that's because mama told you to do it, or daddy, or that's the tradition of the family. And if it's a yes to that answer, then ask yourself, how does that really serve you? How does that really serve you? Okay. How does that really serve you? So these traditions, these experiences, these ways that we were programmed and raised, well, now that you are your own person and you are able to make your own decisions, and only if you're ready to begin to live in authenticity and integrity for yourself and create new experiences, because this life that you're living and these experiences that you're choosing to continue to put yourself in are causing you stress and trauma, and when you leave you're like, Lord, I'm so drained. Well, make up your mind today that you desire something different, that you know you're more valuable, you're more worthy than that. Okay. And doing this will help you to get the courage, the fortitude, the strength to be able to say, no, I'm not going to do that this year. And not be made to feel bad just because you don't want to be with those type of people that stress you out because it's making you sick. You are making your own self sick. You are making your own self sick when you continually put yourself in those situations where it causes you to be inauthentic. You're not able to speak straight words. You're not able to tell the truth. You have to kind of tiptoe and walk on pins and needles when you're around this person because you're really not feeling them, and so they're feeling all of that energy. So the more you resist a thing, the more you get of it. Okay. So that's number two. So you're asking yourself, and you're saying to yourself, now, why am I doing this? And if you have to, if it takes, okay, so let me just say this. If it takes a lot of energy for you to get ready to go be with people that you're not feeling, then you need to really assess why you're doing what you're doing and begin to take a stand for yourself so that you can be more authentic to yourself, be more honest with yourself, and others would be able to do the same. So as I'm talking about this, what's coming up for me personally is, as I've done this for myself, it has helped me to be able to ask myself, well, I want to do people feel that way about me? Because if I'm having these feelings about some people, then are people having this feeling about me? And so when you begin to really start to be honest with yourself about your shit, and you're looking at why you do what you do, and you begin to change and make some corrections and amendments and a tone, and go to the person who you really have, you may care about, but you just quite don't understand, and it's just things that they do that irk you, and you haven't communicated it to them, and they still keep doing it, and you just swallow it. No, don't do that to yourself anymore. Okay. All right. So the third thing you want to do is communicate. Communicate. Well, you say, Felicia, well, that's what you've been telling us. You're talking to yourself, and you're going to talk to the person, but you have to do the inner talk first, because the worst thing that you want to do, because we said don't be fake, right? You first have to be honest with yourself. Okay. And when you can be honest with yourself about why you do what you do and why you're now choosing to make a different decision about why you're not going to be participating, or, if this person's going to be there, you're not going to be there, then you have to be able to be well resolved within yourself. Okay. And that's why communication is important, because what you don't say speaks louder than what you say. I took a class. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm still here in Chicago, because I have to take this class in December. And when I went to the orientation, I was at this time. This has been about 3 weeks ago. Let me find it in my notes. It's probably been about 3 weeks ago. As soon as I find it, I can tell you the date. Uh, and he was talking about, well, personally, I was dealing with integrity. So I had been dealing with authenticity for myself for a while, right? And because I had issues with trusting myself and trusting my intuition and, all of that stuff, second guessing myself, all of that. And so, with all the energy work that I have been doing on myself and clearings, it was really beautifully painful. It was so beautiful, but it was painful, but it was beautiful. And the beauty was the ease of the pain. So I felt the pain and I acknowledged the pain, but it didn't linger because I was able to recognize a positive aspect of the pain. And that made it a whole lot easier to deal with. So he was saying, because like I said, I was dealing with integrity, he was talking about integrity. And he said, and Lord, it hit me like a ton of bricks. He said, um, oh, and then, well, I'm gonna tell you this other part later. Okay, so wait a minute, let me see where it is. Where is it? Where is it? Where's that? You always take action to what you're consistent to. Everything you discovered, you remember. Integrity. Okay. Oh, here it is. This was it right here. And we're talking about what you don't say, because we're on communication. We're on number 3, communicate. So we've been talking about the inner communication, right? Being honest with yourself. And so what I was saying was that what you don't say, because body language speaks very loud, okay? Because you can have the biggest smile on your face and your body is like, I ain't feeling that. Mm-mm. So I want you to be aware of this now. So what he said was, silent is as violent as yelling at you. All right. Silence is as violent as yelling at somebody. Okay. So what you're not saying speaks louder than what you can ever say. Okay. Because remember, the words vibrate at a frequency and they have energy. Welcome, Rita. Okay. The energy resonates and it vibrates at a frequency. Okay. Welcome, Rita. You're new. You're new to Blab. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm not going to let you in right now because you are new. So just kind of stick around and see how this flows. And we'll be able to definitely have you on at another time. But thank you for stopping through. All right, so we were on number 3, dealing with communication. So communication, intelligent communication. Okay, so why do I say intelligent communication? Because I'm of the knowing that for me, I like for people to treat me like I want to be treated. And as I grew up with that expression, because of course, raised in a Baptist church, and that's what we were taught. So as I did that, I learned that everybody don't know how they want to be treated. And so I had to kind of tweak some things. And still, that was my founding principle, but I had to kind of, kind of tweak it kind of based off of who I was dealing with and how we were interacting with each other. So I had to communicate that, well, when you do this, it makes me feel like this. And so in order for us to continue to have a productive or good relationship, then I would kindly ask that you not do that. And if you continue to do that, then we can part in with harmony and peace, and we can agree to disagree, and I'll let you do you, and I'll go do me. And when I see you, I'll still speak. No love lost. Okay? So, because everything don't have to be drama, really. Because that type of energy really is so low on the frequency scale, to whereas the homeostasis of your body is just reeked with negativity and low vibration, and disease can only exist in a low vibration frequency. Okay. All right. So number four, because we have about 30 minutes, I am going to take question and answers for those who would like to ask a question. Okay. So number four is create a feeling of um, let's see, how do I want to say this? Create a feeling of service. Create a feeling of service. And you say, well, Felicia, how does that work? Well, when we think of service, you think of structure, things that are in an order, right? So when you communicate, because you've done the internal work, you've looked at the person who gets on your nerves. Okay, so we recapping. You looked at the person who gets on your nerves, and you looked at, well, this person gets on my nerves. You've looked at what it is that they do that gets on your nerves or just gets up under your skin to where you don't want to be around them. And then you've asked yourself, well, do I do that? Is there any truth in this of what this person is doing that reflects me that I need to work on? Okay. So third, you've communicated that, whether, as because you've been truthful with yourself, you communicate to this person what they do and what they don't do that gets on your nerves, because you've looked at yourself to see if it is a reflection of you or not. And you've communicated to this person, so you're now having a conversation. All right. And now, so you want to, as you communicate and you all decide how you're going to move forward, then you want to be in service to that. You want to set up the structure and discuss how you're going to interact with each other. Okay. So that it can be pleasant and harmonious, and you both can be in a very harmonious place, a very balanced place. Okay. And interaction with each other. All right. So that's pretty simple. The structure is pretty simple. Now, the next one is, you want to, once you all have agreed how you're going to work together, you structured it out and how you're going to deal with each other and what that looks like. Now, you want to create the feeling of creative energy, expression. All right. So now you want to follow through and you want to give that structure some energy. So you want to do it with joy. You don't want to do it begrudgingly, because again, you're being honest with yourself, and you're only going to do what lines up with who you are, with being authentic. Okay. So you want to release being all over the place. You want to release um, being impatient with the person. Because if the first time, okay, y'all have come to this agreement, and you structured how you're going to deal with each other, and if he slips back or she slips back, then you ready to, I knew you was gonna do it again. No, 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 no. Now, you have to, not you have to, you don't have to do anything. I'm encouraging you to take assessments, and when that happens, if the person does do something that you feel that they're doing it again, we just talked about this. So then have a conversation with that person, because again, you want to, and we're all different. So you want to be able to know that you've done the best by this person as possible. Because again, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to require the same thing. The shoe may be on the other foot, not with this particular person, but with another situation. It could be in work, it could be in your marriage, it could be in a very important relationship that means a lot to you that you may not even realize you're doing these things. Okay, so always keep that in mind. All right, and follow your first mind, follow your gut feeling. Okay, why is she so loud? Okay, so follow your first mind on how you're dealing with people, okay? Because we are in universal laws that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. For every cause there's an effect, okay? And so you want to definitely make sure that you are showing up as your best self. You're settling on the best part of yourself first, and you're able to recognize how to settle on the best part of other people, even if they're just going to be a butt. Because you don't have to deal with people that's just going to be a butt. You can let them go be the butt that they want to be, and you go do you, boo. Okay? And when you see each other, cordial, how you doing? Hey, keep it moving. Okay, so everything doesn't have to have drama attached to it. And if you're the type that needs drama to sustain yourself, then let's definitely get a complimentary session. All right, because that could be another whole experience that's happening. So those are 5 things. I really have like 9, but we're going to just do 5. So that's a good start for you to get. That's a good start for you to be able to experience this holiday season and see how it works for you. Write it in a journal, record it. Oh man, I had the situation with so and so, and every year they just, irks me. But this year, because you chose to show up differently, you may change the whole experience and interaction with that person. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And I want to offer you a complimentary session. You can bring one piece of baggage. Okay, I'm going to put this in complimentary session. You can bring one piece of baggage to transform. All right, so you can go, where is my link for the complimentary session? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that today. It felt good sharing it because it works. It definitely works when you apply it. And if you notice that the common thread is being honest with yourself. You have to do the internal work first. And if that's a challenge for you right now with doing the internal work, then definitely set up a complimentary session and we will see why it's difficult for you to be able to have the courage to look at yourself and why you do what you do. And you continue to want to blame other people for your stuff. Okay, so if you're ready to have more positive energy, have more focused energy to get things done, and um, get closer and closer to living your life on purpose and being and having fun doing what you're doing, even in your work, your love relationships, your health, then you definitely want to have a complimentary session. It doesn't cost you anything, and it would be the best 30 minutes that's and the most informative 30 minutes that you have given your time to in a long, long time. And that's a guarantee. All right, all right, all right. So there's the link for your complimentary session. And we're going to be back here tomorrow. Oh, I did this within an hour. I am so excited. Y'all just don't know because I can talk. Um, so thank you for those that are listening. Again, I am Felicia Muhammad, your spiritual life and business transformation specialist. And I help you to release the baggage that is keeping you stuck in your love life, health, and with your money. All right. And as a result of a complimentary session or working with me in one of my programs, you will, as a result, have more positive energy to get things done. You will have clarity. All right. You will experience and you'll get closer and closer to living your life on purpose. All right. And you'll have fun doing it. Okay. All right. So I thank you so much. I'm going to be starting a my baggage. It's called I Am Transform. That's what it's called. I Am Transform program. It's going to be starting on. Oc- Why am I still stuck in October? I've been saying October for everything. It was begin on November the 23rd. No, November 17th. I'm sorry. November 17th. And you want to register now. You want to register now for the program. All this week leading up to the program starting. It's going to be 3 weeks, 3 intense weeks of clearings, activations, meditations, um, coaching, mentoring, and helping you to know how to tap into um, the subconscious mind to make the necessary transformations that need to be made in order for you to have and co-create a new life and reality for yourself. Okay, be it if you want better relationships, if you would like you need more money flowing in, we're going to be dealing with that. And if you want better health, if you want to have a healthier body, you want to overcome these ailments that you have, high blood pressure, autism, bipolar, cancer. We can help you to know how to activate your body's ability to properly heal itself. Okay. You want to activate your third eye, you're already on a conscious path and doing some energy work, and you still feel like there's some areas where you need some help, then I am the one who is destined to help you because you're looking at this, okay? And I encourage anyone that works with me before we work together. If you are a praying person, or if you do meditation, or you check in with your guides, the ancestors, do all of that. Do all of that. Whatever you need to do to determine if it is now your time, because you are watching this, whether you're listening live or looking at the replay, you are drawn to this for a reason, okay? And so learn from me so that it doesn't have to take you as long to begin to trust yourself and embody the power, the divine power that you have been given as a birthright. All right? Because your sperm, the sperm that was you, made it amongst all the other, well, the sperm, the egg, all of that, made it when the sperm met with the egg, and it got to you, and you were birthed. That struggle within itself lets you know that you can overcome anything, and that there are people destined to help you along your journey. All right. So I want to thank you for your time. And I didn't tell you how much the program is. You have to have a complimentary session first. And that's what I encourage everybody to do. Have a complimentary session. And for those of you who don't need a complimentary session and you know this resonates with you, the program is $297. So let me tell you about the program. The program is $297, and it's going to be 3 weeks. So that's 21 days. 21 days. All right. And you're going to have 2 sessions a week for 3 weeks. That's 2, 4, 6. So that's 6 sessions. Normally, one session is 127. So you do the math between 127 and 250. All right. So you do the math, and you're going to get two private sessions per week. So that's 6 sessions within a 3 week time span. All right. And then we're going to have two group sessions. No, we're going to have three group sessions. I'm sorry. We're going to have three group sessions. So it equals out to 3 sessions a week. All right. 6 of those are private, your private sessions. All right. And 3 of those are for group sessions. All right. Where you will be on the phone wherever you are at a certain time, and you'll get the time and the dates for the group sessions, and you can schedule your time and date for your private sessions. Okay, and so that's going to be over a 3 week time span, and it's 297. And you want to register, and I'm only able to take 20 people at this time. I'm only able to take 20 people at this time. And so I know I said I'm going to start it on November the 16th. November the 16th. Let me look at that. You want to register by November the 16th if you're interested in this process. Oh no, not November 16th. I'm sorry, that's the wrong date. You can register, and we're going to start our first session. Uh, our first session is going to start November the 19th. November the 19th is for the first session. All right, November 19th is the first session. So, a recap of the program is called hold on one second. It's called I Am Transform. And we're going to be letting go of the baggage, all right? That's keeping you stuck in your love, relationships, your health, and your wealth. And it is comprised of 3 sessions per week, one of those being a group session. So it's a 3 week program. You get a total of 6 sessions and 3 group sessions, okay, for $297. All right, $297. $297. Only $297. And if you need payment plans, no problem. Just let me know, because we want to ensure that if this is in alignment for your highest good and something you're supposed to be doing right now, and you can just feel it and it resonates with you, we want to make sure that you can do it. All right. And I can only take 20 people. Okay. So I want it to be very intimate, and you will get a lot of wonderful insights into how you need to move forward. And like I said, discovering even what your purpose is. If you don't know what that is, when you finish with this program, you'll be closer and closer to being authentic and knowing and being able to live in your purpose right now. Okay, so click on the link here in the chat to get your complimentary session. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free. You can text I am transform to 847-834-4247. You can text IAT to 847-834-4247. All right. So let me know if you would like to register. You can go, when you schedule your complimentary session, put in the notes that it's the Blab IAT. Okay. Let me put that in here. Code Blab. Okay, let's do this. Come on. Code Blab dot IAT. All right. So collab dot IAT. All right. That's all we have for today. Thank you all so much for your time, and I really appreciate you. All right. Take care and be well.